So we just packed up. We are now driving from the Oregon coast to Bend. We're going to be stopping at a Walmart, charging up at an EA over there, and then the rest of the trip will take us into Bend. Total drive is about 4 hours from the coast to Bend. So this is one of the easier drives. The hardest parts we already did coming up the coast. So on our way to Bend and going through Oregon, we were able to stop and meet with another Rivian owner. His name is Terry. Super nice guy. It's cool being able to go to a whole different state and meet another owner who's obviously, into the same things that we are as well with Rivian, but also just, getting to know other people as well. And because we were close to in the area, the way that we're going to Bend, we stopped and had some lunch with him. And so Terry, if you're watching this, thank you again so much. And you might have seen pictures of it, maybe online. He has a very unique purple color wrap. But seeing it in person is a lot. It's doesn't do it justice with the pictures seen online. It's just a very unique color, and it's very nice. You can't miss it. Nice meeting another Rivian owner, and just another good-hearted human being. It's a new morning. We got in yesterday to our Airbnb, which is very nice. It's a small ado house that was built, I guess, on the same property as the owner, but it's very nice. The bathroom has heated floors, which I don't really get to experience much, if not ever, but very nice. We just stayed in. We ordered in some DoorDash, some sushi, which was actually really good. I'll find the place and add it here, but highly recommend it. It's in Bend, but we are now on our way to Crater Lake National Park. And in one of my first videos, the 1,000-mile road trip to Oregon, we tried going there, and we went there around I think it was, I want to say, April or May, and not really knowing Oregon weather and climate and how that all sticks around. But the snow was still packed and the park was still closed, and I probably should have researched it better, but the park, I guess, normally opens around end of May, if not early June. So we're here at the end of June, and the weather's obviously warmed up, so we're finally gonna be able to see it today. Unfortunately, the national parks, they don't allow drones, so I won't be able to get some drone shots, but hopefully I get some cool drive shots of the whole rim. We're going to drive the rim. We brought some sandwiches, stuff for lunch, to just kind of hang out there and check it out. So we'll see you there. So we just finished driving probably half of the rim of Crater Lake. Unfortunately, the east rim was closed, so we just did the western rim. We were able to park off at a viewpoint, back up, and had lunch. Just got to sit and just watch the lake. I definitely think that this water is bluer than the water from Lake Tahoe. I don't know. But if somebody who has seen both, put a message in the comments. What do you think is bluer, Lake Tahoe or here? I'm going to say here, but it's been pretty cool to actually see this in person, so I'm glad we got to see it. We're heading back to our Airbnb now. Gotta kind of relax. Might maybe take a walk downtown Bend, just kind of explore there and chill the rest of the day.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
So we decided to stop in downtown Bend. My plan was to just drive around until the little guy got a decent nap, but he has this peculiar trait where if the car stops, he wakes up. If the car's moving, he's asleep, but if it stops for a long period of time, he legit wakes up until the car's moving. So anyways, we decided he was kind of waking up while we were stopping and going, and we decided to go to Bend Brewery, which is right in downtown Bend. It has like a nice little outdoor patio with like AstroTurf, little tables and stuff. And so we just kind of sat on the lawn. I had a beer. Melissa had a spicy, I think, prickly pear and a strawberry. She had two. Let it be known she had two. But she asked for the maximum amount of spiciness. That's her thing. But it's really good, just kind of just chilling out. He was able to crawl around on the grass while we had some food, drink some drinks. And now we're heading back, and we're just gonna be in the rest of the night. So tomorrow we're gonna explore some of the Bend, Oregon woods. There's a few little forests out here, so we're gonna see where we can get into and maybe set up and kind of just have like a day picnic. So we'll see you guys mañana. Peace. So we are packing up. We're going to be so there's a lot of BLM land kind of near the surrounding area of Bend, probably within like 20 or 30 minute drive. We are going to cook up some burgers, make some mac and cheese, and just have a few drinks and one of these foresty areas here in the Bend area. So there's a few spots. We're just going to kind of choose one, and hopefully it's good, and we're just going to have like a little day picnic there today, and be packing up here shortly and heading out there. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so we got the burgers going. We got boiling water for the mac and cheese. And the travel kitchen actually, I mean, this is almost to a boil, and it's probably been less than maybe about 2 minutes right now. But because it's induction, it really picks up heat really quickly. So far so good. I forgot the lettuce for our lettuce wraps, so we are now making burger patties with mac and cheese. Burger mac. So, improvise. Just when some things don't work out, and you just improvise. So some of the thoughts with the Rivian Travel Kitchen. It's very nice. It heats up very fast. The only thing that kind of sucks is because there's transferring power on 2 different stoves. Like I want to boil the water, but if I want to cook the burgers, I have to cook it on a lower temperature. So you can only do 9 total levels, and it has to be split. So right now the burgers are on level 3 and the mac is on level 6. And I can't go any higher on the mac unless I lower the burgers. So one thing to keep in mind if you're cooking, if you want maximum power, it's going to distribute that power. So if you want something to cook either faster, do that first versus cooking 2 things at the same time, because now it'll be a little bit longer. But overall, I mean, it's a pretty solid piece. I mean, it has everything that you're gonna need. You know, with the cutting board, you have space to kind of prep your stuff, and then you're cooking things, and there's a little towel rack. You can just hang up your towels. These are the snow peak utensils. This is separate, but these have a little hanging piece, and you can hang it right on that rack. So it's very nice that, you know, you don't need extra materials. It just plugs right into the truck, and you can just use it. So hopefully when we start getting cracking, get this finished, and we can eat. I feel accomplished. I was able to slowly add these bits and pieces to take out on these kind of trips with my family or growing family, so can be outside in these kind of environments, have the things that we need, and can be in the great outdoors. But it's very relaxing, and this hammock is fantastic. Recommended to not just any Rivian user, but any user in general that just wants to hook it up to their car, set it up, and just chill in a day like this. You are in the almighty, all-powerful off-roader.
I prefer being the passenger princess.
Well,
but
those days are over. You drive me. I'm passenger princess. We just headed out of Bend. We had everything packed. Most of the big stuff last night. We packed a few little things that we had this morning. We went to, we did one last river walk along the Deschutes River, which is really nice. It's a 20-minute walk from our Airbnb to downtown Bend, where we split a breakfast sandwich, It's a really good little food truck that's in Bend called Farmer's Deli. And there's a really good coffee shop called Looney Bean. And it's all within, less than 45 seconds of each other. So if you're in Bend and you looking for some good coffee, good breakfast sandwich, definitely check those out. But we got everything packed up. We are now driving to Cave Springs Resort in Dunsmuir, and it's basically small little cabins, and there's Airstreams there as well. So it's like various little cabins depending on your family size. So that's gonna be our midway point before finally driving back home tomorrow. So we have one charging stop in Klamath Falls. We'll charge up there, and then we'll probably stop at the Mount Shasta Rivian network charger just to kind of top off, because I don't believe there's a charger in the resort area. So just to kind of get us enough to where we're headed tomorrow, figure we just stop and go there. So we will see you guys at Cave Springs. So one of the cool recent updates that Rivian has released, this past update, is now your energy monitor. So now you can actually see how your vehicle is managing or using the battery of the vehicle. Right now, I'm almost close to 2 miles per kilowatt, 1.98. So far, we've traveled 118 miles on this current drive, on average about 60 or 59 miles per hour. But over here, you can see how much of it is actual use with the just normal driving. You can see just 1 kilowatt is being used to run the AC, and 1 kilowatt with I guess other parts of the vehicle. But it's pretty cool to see, and this kind of helps demyth the if I run my AC on for so long, it's going to kill my battery. Well, it's really, you can see, I mean, it doesn't use that much battery. 1 kilowatt is not that much. So unless you're pinching it from charge point to charge point and station to station, obviously it's really not going to matter. So if you're doing big road trips, I mean, I've never been shy, and I've ran my AC. I want to be comfortable. If you're doing road trips in your EV, don't get caught up in the whole, if I run this or if I plug in too much stuff, that you're going to just kill your battery. Again, I mean, I can only speak for myself being on the West Coast. There's just so many chargers in between each route, and most of the routes, unless you're going in like desolate areas way off, the main highways, even then you'll still find a charger or two. But when you do road trips, you really don't have to worry about using things in your vehicle. Run your AC, run all your charging, cables, charge up your Nintendos if you've got them. It's gonna be fine. So don't listen to all the naysayers. So we just finished charging up at Klamath Falls. We're a little hungry, so there's a really good tap house there called the Falls Tap House, and they have like 25-30 beers on tap. But it's a good place to stop and eat because there's a tap house, and then in the back outdoor patio there's like 4 food trucks. So whatever you're in the mood for, they have something for you to eat. and it's right within like a 40-second walk from the Rivian chargers. So really good place to stop while you're charging. And we had a little bite to eat, and we're about only an hour away now from our place that we're stopping for the day and the night, and we continue tomorrow. But this drive's really cool because I'll try to flip the camera around, but Mount Shasta is just in the background. It's just massive, but the camera really is not going to do it justice. But it's just this massive mountain that's just getting closer and closer as I drive by. All right, so we just arrived at Cave Springs in Dunsmuir. Really cool little spot. I'm just gonna kind of get away from my face because I don't want you guys to see me. We'll just see what we're here for. So this is the little cabins, and they're like these just modern cabins. And then there's on the lower section of it, there's also some Airstreams. So really dependent on what you're into, what you're looking for. My son is already made. Hi. He's already ready to stretch out. If you've watched my first trip here to Oregon, one of my early videos, we stopped at a place called Yaks on 5, and it is literally maybe a 5-minute walk. So we might be going there at very least. They have something called, I believe it's sweet buns, if I remember the name. They're really good, like a sticky cinnamon roll. But yeah, we might indulge in that because we're here, and it's one of those things that is very unique to a place like that. All right, we're gonna unpack and yep. So we just finished eating. Wife's putting the little guy to bed. Yeah, the resort that we're staying at is pretty cool. They have a lot of different like cabins. They have more like modernized ones, smaller ones, like I said, Airstreams and stuff. But it's worth checking out, and I'll see if I can get some like outside shots as well. Just because they have like horseshoe, cornhole, a pool, tons of different little setups, tables and chairs that have like solo stove fire pits, and it's all underneath like trees. And we had some access to the river, so that was nice to just see that. But I am on my way to the Mount Shasta RAN charger. It's 10 minutes from where we were staying at Cave Springs. So if you're ever in this area, want somewhere to stay that's close to a charger, that's a good option. But I'm going to be charging up there, so we don't have to stop as much tomorrow. It's another about 5.5 hour trip tomorrow, including charging. So that'll be the last leg of our trip, and we'll be home. And then this video is done until the next adventure. So I always appreciate you guys sticking around. If you even made it this far to the point of the video, I'd appreciate it. If you guys like the video, subscribe. Leave a message in the comments if you think that Oregon would be a cool place for you and your family want to visit. And hopefully this video and these videos help with your trip. I've been to a couple of Rivian chargers already throughout this trip. What I thought Coos Bay was the most best atmosphere, best environment for charging, I was wrong. I don't know if you could see this, but you have Mount Shasta in the background of this chargers. There is a hotel, not the most scenic thing. New rating is Mount Shasta, in my opinion, is now the #1 charger with the best views. And then I would say Coos Bay, and then I would say Sedona, are at least my top 3, at least that I've visited. But this is pretty sick. Just having that mountain in the background, that's crazy. If you're the Mount Shasta Ran, I'm leaving behind the dispenser, some stickers at these 3 stations behind the hotel. So it would be cool if whoever somehow stumbles across my little channel finds one of these stickers to hopefully find this video and leave a comment, let me know that you found it. That'd be pretty cool, but we'll see. We have made it back home, and I'm going to share my trip stats for those who are interested in that. So just to kind of reiterate, we left from San Jose, California. We drove to Crescent City, California, right at the border of Oregon. From Crescent City, then we went to Pacific City, that's in between Cannon Beach and Tillamook. From there, we went to Bend, Oregon. And then from Bend, Oregon, we drove to Dunsmuir, California. We stayed there for a night. And from Dunsmuir, back to San Jose. So I'm going to show you guys the tripometer, I don't know what you call it, but so we're looking at 1.85 miles per kilowatt over a total drive of 1,945 miles. So this was the total distance of our trip. This is us sightseeing, driving to Cannon Beach from Pacific City where we were staying and visiting. Like when we were in Bend, we went to Crater Lake. So this is everything that we did in our entire trip, almost just shy of 2,000 miles that we added. But for those wondering, I run BF Goodrich KO3 tires, regular standard OEM size, the 275, 65, 20. And for those that keep track of that stuff, there you go. This is also with my awning, my iKamper 270 exo shell, along with all the stuff that we had in the back, the Pelican box, the frunk, the tunnel, the bed was totally loaded with all of our stuff. So 1.85 for me, it's really good. I worry less about range now, and I'm not one of those people that kind of not penny pinch, but pinch out every single mile out of every single option with, you know, tires or whatnot, or turning down the air conditioning or whatever. There's just so much chargers nowadays that you have the accessibility to stop and charge somewhere. If you really wanted to, you could probably find a charger every 10, 20 miles, unless you're in a very pretty, rural area. And even then, there's some, hotels that offer charging as well. So don't let the charging and the range anxiety deter you from taking road trips. There's plenty to do. There's plenty to see, and electric vehicles are no exception. On that note, if you watched this entire video, if you got to this point and you're still here, listen to me blab. If this trip has opened your eyes to maybe getting a Rivian and all the capabilities that it has, I would appreciate if you use my referral code below. You'll receive $500 in Rivian credits. I also receive $500 in Rivian credits, which you can use towards the Travel Kitchen, which was in the last video, Oregon course video, and also the Bend video as well. Among all, there's max tracks you can, but there's a lot of stuff. So anyways, if that helps, use my code. If not, all good. Take a trip, enjoy, and we'll see you guys in the next adventure. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, please. Bye.